Hey guys, happy Sunday. So happy to be back with you. I am here to talk about insurance, more so because of the recent hurricanes that we've had and the devastation that we've seen that it's done both in the United States and our neighboring Caribbean islands. And I'm not going to even lie to you guys, it has been scaring the crap out of me. Now, I do have insurance, and I'm sure you may have insurance on your home, but I actually see a lot of people in these disaster areas and they actually say they don't even have insurance on their homes. I just want to talk about what I have been feeling. I never feel secure. Every single year since I've had property here in Jamaica, I always have questions, even though I know I have insurance. But I always have questions and feeling that I don't have enough insurance. So that's where this video came about. Before I get started, I want to just let you guys know, of course, I'm not an insurance agent. I really don't know anything about homeowners insurance, disaster insurance, or anything. But what I am doing is taking you on my journey to try to find out, to try to make sure that I have exactly what I need just in case something does happen. If you have information that you can share with me and share with others, I would welcome you to put it down in the comments. If you're an insurance agent and you can, expand on anything that I'm talking about, please share the information with us. But I just feel that I have to do something to make myself feel more secure because these hurricanes are just coming like back to back to back, and they're terrible. They're disastrous. They're taking everything that people have, and it's heartbreaking. And I've never had to deal with this because I live in Chicago, but because I have properties in Jamaica, I need to educate myself, and so do you. I went over to the insurance company to get a better insight about things. So when I bought my house, the bank automatically makes me get what's called GMPI, and I think that stands for Group Mortgage Protection Insurance. It's like a life insurance. So I guess if I were to pass away or anyone that's on the mortgage were to pass away, like the primary person, the insurance company would cover that debt with paying the balance of the mortgage. So that is something that I have to pay for, that the mortgage company makes me pay for. It is not a choice. And this is wrapped up into my mortgage. I want to explain a little bit about this life insurance. The bank is the beneficiary, not you. That's number one. Number two, you will have to fill out like a application to the insurance company. The mortgage company will give you the paperwork, but I had to fill out paperwork just so they can turn into the insurance company so I can be covered, so the bank could, get their money in the event of my death. Now, the thing about it is, it's for the bank's protection, but you have to pay it. Okay. And this is wrapped in the premium that you pay, like your mortgage is just, calculated into your mortgage. Now, just know that with insurances, if they go up, if they raise their rates, they go down. What will happen is your mortgage can fluctuate as well. So that has happened to me. If the insurances go up, your mortgage will go up. And then I had a time that the insurance decreased and my mortgage went down. So you will know that. The next insurance that I had to have through the bank and I paid is called Pearl Insurance. And this is an insurance that covers for fire and natural disaster. Now, again, I pay this in my mortgage, it's wrapped up in my mortgage. But again, I am not the beneficiary of that. The bank is the beneficiary. So this just means, if some natural disaster came or, the place burned down and, the bank has, again, this assurity that they're going to get their money back because I'm paying insurance to protect the bank in the event that something like this were to happen. And I guess the bank has to protect, their investment because they've just now paid all this money out to someone that has taken the money and gone, and now they have this home. But if it's gone, it's like what? So the bank is protecting themselves. This insurance is basically a guarantee from the insurance company that in the event of a disaster, that the house would either be repaired or replaced. So the thing with me is what led me to go to the insurance company. I was just thinking that could I get my own Pearl insurance where I was the beneficiary? So if something were to happen, and I was just thinking like, oh, I have a condo amongst many condos. Would they even replace the building? How long would it take? So would I be able to just get something that could just, cover me and give me the money? This is what I was thinking. So this is what led me to go to the insurance company. I was also thinking about the things that I put inside the house, the contents. Like, is that covered? Like, who would cover that? Just like if you're a renter, you may have renter's insurance. You don't actually own the place, but you want to make sure that your things are covered. So these two questions that were like going back and forth in my head for like the past 2 years, I just went over to the insurance company just to get the answers. And there's a company called Advantage General, and they are the ones that write those policies. The places, if you are in Ocho Rios, they have a branch right here off the strip. So I was able to go. The service was quick. There wasn't a lot of people in there. I didn't have to wait in a long line. So I did sit down to talk to someone. Now, the question that I had was it's a little difficult for the person that I was talking to. So she was able to get someone on the phone that was extremely nice to me, took the time to explain everything to me. It wasn't a rush scenario, because this is something very, very important, as you can see just with the stuff that you've probably seen just on social media or the news, with people just losing everything. So I just felt I needed someone to really explain this to me in terms that I could understand. So this is the thing with the Pearl Insurance. They told me that I was unable to get a policy that I could be the beneficiary, just because I live in, I'm a part of a condo building, or what they call a strata here. So that is, there are multiple apartments in one single building, and it's run and governed by a strata. So we already have our insurance, our Pearl Insurance, the insurance that I mentioned to you earlier. We already have our Pearl Insurance that we pay through our assessments, or what they call here maintenance. So they said I couldn't, get another policy on this house if there was already one there. And the bank has one too, because I pay Pearl Insurance to the bank as well. So I wasn't able to do that. That didn't really make me happy, because I just felt in the event of something like this, I just had to wait till the strata fix the building. But one thing that he did tell me that I bet a lot of you did not know if you knew the things that I was saying. He said that I should go to the strata or to the main office and look at the policy. He told me that each individual unit is covered up to a certain amount. Now, you can't just go in and say, oh, my house is worth $100,000. You have to have a valuation. So valuations are not cheap, as you may know. But of course, I kind of get them often. And then I just say, for instance, I just bought this house. So I have a recent valuation of this home. But I would have to get another one, because I just have the valuation of before I purchased the home, not the value of the home now. And I would definitely say my one bedroom has doubled in value, over doubled in value. So I'm pretty sure that if I went into the office, and if this is true, the value that they have that they would, give to cover my particular unit would not be the value of the home at this point. So he said that I would have to bring in a valuation to them. So this is what happens. Let's just say my strata has insured my studio for $100,000. Okay, so that's what they would give to replace, I guess, what was the structure or whatever it is. But he said that if my valuation is saying my studio is worth $150,000, let's just say that, then that would mean that it's not really insured for the amount that it's valued at. So he said that even though I cannot take out my own personal policy on this place, I could come in and take out a policy for the extra part. So that extra $50,000 that my house is now valued at, because the strata is only insuring it for $100,000. He said that I could come in and take out my own personal policy for the $50,000. So I could do that. So everything would be covered. And I guess no one would be able to tell me that, we have $100,000 to replace this, but maybe that's not enough. So that is something that you can do. I did not get a price quote on that, because of course you have to bring them a valuation to show them that your house is worth more than what it's actually covered for. If you are part of a strata, maybe you want to go and check and really, really look at that insurance policy. That is the thing. And I've learned this the hard way with insurance policies. And this could be health, disability insurance, anything that you may take out. And this is anywhere in the world. Make sure you read those policies, because when it comes time to pay out, if you have not covered everything in that policy, or what you're asking them to cover is something maybe you would have thought, but it's not in that policy, they are not going to pay. And like I said, I found that out the hard way with insurance that had nothing to do with a home. And it was devastating to me because I was expecting money, and it was a large amount of money, but because I had never read my policy, I didn't look at the terms. I know you don't probably want to do it because it's maybe the policy is probably really thick, it's a lot of pages, but find what's covered. You should know those things. And you know what, get a copy of your insurance. Like, if you don't already have it online, or you don't have a physical copy at home, make sure you get a copy and look at them, because then you're knowledgeable about what the insurance is going to cover. I definitely plan to go to the office to get more information about the amount that my individual units are covered for. That was just the advice that he gave me. And I'm hoping to really get some insight about this. But, if you're part of a strata, and you should also make sure, even if you have a home, a single family home, make sure that you have enough insurance to cover what it would cost to replace your house at this point in time, because things have gone up and things have changed. Your house would be valued at more. So just make sure that you look into those things too. Again, I don't know anything about insurance. This is just the information that I got from him, but at least it gets me started on my little insurance journey, and you can just follow me. We'll see what happens, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. Now, the next question that I have for him is, you know how you see the whole island destroyed, and you see like a whole freaking city almost destroyed. And my question was to him, as an insurance company, and this is just anywhere, not just in Jamaica, this is anywhere. I know insurance companies are equipped to cover damages, from this place or that place, and they can do like, millions of dollars or whatever. But when it's such a large area, how do the insurance companies not like default? Because I've heard of insurance companies going bankrupt, or they can't pay. And I mean, I hear this sometimes even when I'm back at home, but I don't really know like the details. I don't know anyone that has gone through this. So if you have, just write it below. I know they were saying that my federal government may have to step in to help out, like back in the States. But we're not talking about the States right now. We're talking about here in Jamaica. So when I brought this question to the insurance agent, he told me simply, if there was a catastrophic event here in Jamaica, and God forbid something like that were to happen, but if there were something like that to happen, he told me no insurance company would truly have enough money to pay out every single place that they insure. And he gave the example of, if he had a place, like you have a place and it's $100 million, and your insurance is only 1% of that, and something happens, they couldn't just give everybody out $100 million. They wouldn't have the money. They would go under, right? So he told me that they do something called reinsure things. And I'm going to explain that. So basically, if they take on a debt from you to insure your house, and obviously your debt is 100%, they're saying they're going to replace, but they will only keep 20% of that debt. And he says that they will go out to other countries, like say, over in the UK, or they go to China, and they actually sell your debt. So they reinsure the debt that you've given them. They may keep maybe 20% of the debt, and they will sell the other 80%. So if something like this were to happen, they will reach out to, the insurance companies that they have in other countries to, they want to collect, so they could come over, and obviously reimburse you back. Plus they will reimburse the 20%. So he says that, I mean, I'm not going in such detail that he did, but that's pretty much the general conversation that we had. So a lot of insurance companies may do this, because when you think about it, what insurance company could really like stay afloat if it was just a catastrophic disaster. So he kind of gave a little explanation, to me for that. So that made me feel a little better, because I was just thinking like, there's no way if something big happened in Jamaica, I'm probably not wouldn't even get any money from the insurance company. So he said they really, at all the debt that they take on, he said that they strategically plan, keep some of the debt, sell some of the debt, or reinsure the debt to ensure that they can be able to pay us in the event something were to happen. So I don't know if you guys knew that. I didn't know anything like that about insurance companies. Hopefully I'm explaining it right. And if I'm not, you know what to do. Just correct me in the comments. But I wanted to let you know, so maybe it'll give you like a little bit of a peace of mind. But yeah, he did tell me that. So while I was there, I wanted to know about replacement, like content replacement insurance. The question that I had for the agent that was there, she couldn't really answer my question so much. So I gave her my name and number, and she said she was going to get back to me. But if she doesn't get back to me, I'm just going to go back over there just to ask the question, because it's very important that you are able to insure the contents, especially, whether you just did a renovation or not. Like the things that we bought, these are important things, the furniture, the fixtures. You want to be able to replace these things or either get your money back, because okay, so they replaced the structure back, but now you have a place and you have to replace everything inside, and you need your money back, because that could be a big loss for you as well. I will have to make a part 2 about what she says about the content. Some of the details I do know, but I don't know fully because I haven't talked to her. And I want to give you guys at least somewhat factual information. I try to give you guys factual information, but remember, it's a journey. I'm not a professional, but we're just learning as we go. But this is something big. This is something huge. I had to talk about this because the way these hurricanes are hitting, and I'm just seeing all these things on television, never cared about it before, but I care now. And I just wanted to bring this to you guys. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you are an insurance agent or you know something that I don't know, please make sure you guys leave it in the comments, because we all want to learn. We have to network and just talk to each other and help each other out, because my heart just goes out to everybody that I see that something like that happened. And when you think about it, natural disaster and these hurricanes, it's like a lottery. When they say that it's over, in the ocean and it's coming, everybody's just bracing. Is it going to come to me? It's like Russian roulette. So nobody is immune to something like this happening. We just don't know. And the only thing that we could try to do is just be prepared. So let's do that, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I am going home soon. I'm so happy. And I do have a lot of things to tell you guys. If you were just here for the hurricane video, that part is over now. I'm just, rambling. You can just not listen to it if you want to. I just want to tell you guys what's coming up next as far as topics that I really, really think that I need to address. And there are 2 that I can think of right away. One is, yes, even I get discouraged here. Yes, there are many times that I feel like I want to quit, and I want to go over those reasons with you. Obviously, I haven't, because I'm still here. And you may be wondering, why am I still in Jamaica, right? I have an answer for that as well. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about, so many people always ask me for recommendations on different things. And I do it hesitantly, because I feel that I have to explain why I can't readily maybe recommend something or a place until I give you more details on why I hesitate. As long as you know and you understand, then I just feel like I have to say it. And instead of writing individual people, I just feel like I should just make it into a video. So those are some of the things that I definitely want to talk about. I know it's not the happy-go-lucky, but again, this channel is not to keep you happy all the time. It's about letting you know how things really are if you're going to be doing this business here, or just, owning property here as a person overseas, or even here. I want you to know the real. And if you get mad at me, or if you don't, like what I'm saying, it's only my experience and I'm sharing it. But I'm also sharing great information with you as well, like what we just talked about, insurance. I'm going to continue to do that. But I am so happy to be going home. It's not going to be for a long time, but just to go home for a while, I need that. I think I need to recharge. Guys, so you know I have been down here since June. I think no, June. I came here the day before Hurricane Beryl, or 2 days before Hurricane Beryl, and I have not been home since. So I am so happy to be going home. But I will talk to you guys later. Please have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, and more videos will be coming. Bye.